Hello. This is going to be a bit of a scuff stream, but so hello and welcome to my channel. I am Arrow. This is the first time I'm trying streaming on this channel, so let's see how it goes. It's going to be a bit scuffed, but that's what we're here for. So on today's stream, we're going to be working on some pixel art that I'm doing for the 1-bit game jam. At the moment, I'm working on 2 games, so I'm doing the art for 2 submissions, which is gonna take so long to do. So we've got this is the main project, the first one that I've started doing, and then this is the one where I still need to do a lot of art. But I mean, I have a basis for this one to go off. But my priority is at least getting some levels and some enemies created tonight. Well, this morning, as it would seem that this is a very late night stream, and I hope you guys enjoy. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of jams recently. Just that they're very good for motivation and like trying to actually improve and having the motivation to do pixel art, because when you do pixel art in a vacuum, it can get a bit like samey and a bit pointless feeling, whereas this gives it a unique spin that I've quite enjoyed doing, and quite enjoyed the process of, so I've just been doing it a lot. My plan for today's stream is just chill out, have a chill time, do some art, maybe get a few views, but I'm not expecting much. This is the first time that I've put anything on my channel in like a year or so I'm not expecting much, but it'll be a nice surprise if anyone does end up joining. So for this project, we're doing a like space shoot 'em up. That's the general idea. So like sort of bullet helly, but with spaceships and fantasy. So we're gonna try and put an interesting spin on the like on an arcadey thing and put like I don't know. The theme was tower. I literally last week did a jam which was also the theme of tower, so I was like, oh shit, hopefully I don't get too bored of this theme, but I've done something completely different this time, so I should be fine. This is possibly the most scuffed way of doing this. I'm forgetting all of my basic sprite knowledge, all of my pixel art knowledge. It's gone in the bin. It's just a case of cleaning all this shit up. In 5 minutes or so, I might leave and go make a coffee, but I have no other scenes on OBS set up, so that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be really interesting. I'm also only working with one screen at the moment, so I'm after. It's gonna be real scuffed as this. I used to stream on Twitch, so this is a first, but yeah. At the moment, I'm just trying to clean up the level and make it more readable. I also need to think of like interesting things for like where I want the player's eyes to be led. So I've got here lines going down, which will direct the player to where they will start in the level, which will be at the bottom. And then I'm thinking of having a bigger enemy spawn or come through these two middle pillars in some way. I haven't thought about that yet, but that's something I want to implement. But I've also got to think about, like, is it feasible within the time that I've got left? at the moment. I'm just getting down a base color just so I can put in some differing here to show the pillars curve. So I think yeah, but I've got a different texture set up here, though I might do other variations of differing just so I can gradient it more. I'm pretty sure in the jam you can do monotone colors I think it's if you shade it within the game engine, but even then it still seems like a bit of a cop out. So why not try do like it true to being 1-bit. So that's what I'm attempting, and if I fail doing so, then so be it. When it was coming up to this jam, I was like, oh, I might as well check out if there's anyone else who's creating content surrounding this jam, and I came across someone else who was streaming and talking about this jam, and they were saying about how they're excited about it. I just think it was kind of cool to be able to see, oh, here, there's someone else who is like completely random, who also has a passion for this same thing that I'm gonna end up putting lots of time into. It's kind of a stupid thought, but it's kind of cool. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, I see what I've done. If I do that, then do that, then that, yeah. And then I can color range that color and then erase it. And that's a tip on one of the many ways to do different in Sprite. Actually, it's because there's white underneath it, so I'll just do black. I'm not that bothered. I might be an idiot. What? That should have worked. Anyways, I don't know whether to go more the hard lines route or the different route. I don't really differ that much, so it's quite a hard decision for me to make. But I can have a shot. So I think do this. see, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it works, but I might just not. And if I do divot, I might just put a divot over the entire thing, so then it pushes it more into the background. That I might do it that way. As for the way that I've set this up, doesn't really work that well. I also need to clean up all of my folders in this, because I've got all of, this is the old version of this. I was originally gonna have it as a like stained glass window, but then I realised doing stained glass and trying to show that when you've only got 2 colours to work with is a little difficult. And then this was another attempt at that same one, so we've got like this, and then I have the sketch for it, basically. This was just like gonna be like bricks around here, gonna have like some like wooden posts and like an arch. This was gonna be a fairly simple background. I might try and get some like pre-done like bricks. I might make on this layer. Have this as like background item templates, and we can have like bricks and stuff like that pre-made, so then we can just drag it into, say if we want to use it in like one level, we already have these textures made, and it would just be a way of making it the process quicker. That will probably work, but I need to go to the toilet, so I'll put this is as I said, this will be a scuff stream. Oh shit. Oh shit. There we go. There we go. I'll see you soon, guys. Hello again. I am back. So, my idea, I'll open up my references. I have some references for like doing bricks, so I've got like pictures of like castles and stuff like that, and towers, with like exposed bricks and stuff like that. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So for one of the sections, what I'm thinking is we could have it so it's like more clean blocks, and then like here to like here we can do it like more like rubble. So we can have like up here will be like uniform bricks, more uniform bricks. So here we're gonna have like smaller bricks. Whatnot. We want it to, well, we want to make it so it looks like it still makes sense, which at the moment don't think I'm doing. It's fine. We can clean this shit up. Clean the show. I don't really care about it too much being messy, since it is just background detail. So even like this will work. We could even like try and decide, like, sort of design these bits from far away. I like that. I don't know. A lot of pixel art is just seeing what works, and if it doesn't look right, you just redo it. Honestly, it's honestly all it is. Could even do something like that.
Loving Voxy Mobile's unlimited social media. I'm well into these backcracking videos.
Really?
That's a good one. Can I do yours?
No chance.
The fun never ends with unlimited social media on Voxy Mobile. Selected social apps in UK. TNCs apply.
Hey, it's Roman here. Have you seen the new
No.
iPhone 16 Pro?
These gosh darn ads.
Apple Intelligence. It's even better. Now at Vodafone, you can get a new iPhone every year thanks to Vodafone Exchange. Search Vodafone iPhone 16 Pro.
don't really know when to stop at the right level of detail. I get pretty bad for over detailing stuff, so I mean this is mostly fine. If I can like push this back a bit because this is looking a little straight. But I think so far it's looking alright. I can do don't know how that looks. I think it's alright. I think that works better because then it kind of smooths into this. I might just cut it off at the bottom here. So we can have like a smaller bit where it's just bricks exposed. Yeah, I think that looks alright. We can just do little bits of detailing around. Oh, hello, Cobra. How are you doing today? Oh, this evening. I've just accidentally screwed up my chat window in OBS, and I now need to sign in again. Yeah, welcome to my scuffed as fuck stream. This is like I literally haven't set anything up. I came so so ill prepared for this. I was like, you know what? I fancy doing a bit of streaming. Did I bother making anything look fancy? No, not really. Do I need it to look fancy? Not really. It works either way. But yeah, I'm now working on textures for like the backgrounds of levels. So at the moment I'm making like these sort of things, like just like decals almost of like bricks, so I can just have them appear in the background. But I'm gonna make like a few different versions just on this one layer, so that I can copy it between, like, say, each of the levels I want to put it in, and it will just reduce the workload I have. I could literally grab this and just adjust it slightly. We can make like this a bigger tile or something like that. We can do something like this. do a few bigger bricks instead of the smaller ones. And then we can have like smaller ones coming out from like here. Like something like this. We could like flip these so it's not just the same design. I'm just trying to speed up things because they're working really slow at the moment. Do something like this. I don't know. What sort of pixel art do you need to work on at some point? Or when you say soon, what do you mean by soon? I know what you're like with your games, mister. Like so for the next one, copy this. This is what we call reuse and recycle. This is how the pros do it. Truly, how the pros do it. Hey, I've been busy myself. Been busy with game jams. I mean, when I next do like some game jam in the future, and you have time, I mean, feel free to work on one with me. It's just, yeah, I know you haven't been able to, so because of your internet issues. But yeah, no, I've literally been entering game jams for that express reason, because I was like, I'm starting to I was like, I don't really have the drive to just do pixel art for the sake of pixel art. If you're doing pixel art, you want to do it for like one, improving, or like for it to be in a game or something like that. I don't know, but my point is that my motivation for this was slightly dying, and that's why I was doing a lot of fine art. But then I was like, you know what, I'll try out some game jams, and it has helped with motivation a lot, and it's got me trying new things, because for GMTK I was doing 3D modeling and animation, which I hadn't I hadn't done 3D animation before, but I'd done 2D animation. But it's like, that still the sentiment of trying new things is still there. Well, good luck at class. I hope you win and girl boss it, king. Well, I'll good night, Cobra. I shall see you. I'll speak to you later. Something like that works. We could even merge these. In some way. So now that I've made a few of these, I can start. Wait a sec. I can start seeing how they actually look when incorporated into the level art. Actually, I'll try and do it into this one, since this one's got bigger shapes to work with and it's just less intricate and it's going to be not as important level. This is just going to have like normal enemies that spawn on it, so I'm not really worrying about like composition too much. I can kind of just have like bricks wherever, and if it looks right, then it works for me. So if that's this layer, so if we duplicate this, and then we'll just do that. I don't really remember. Oh, there we are. It was this. So if we copy that, now we can start pasting these in. Around the arch, I'm gonna have to probably like do it by hand, but even still, we can just base it off the composition we've started to set out here, so we can make the bricks in this like follow like that. Oh, if we just extend this out a bit like this. And then we can have like a bigger, more cube like one here. Just because I want to have variation in how these bricks look. I'm probably going to push them into the background with differing, so they actually look further back, and it means that both the player and enemies will stick out more, since that's a slight worry with doing it this way, and if the backgrounds get too distracting. But at the moment, that's not something I'm entirely sure of. Sorry, I was just reading a Discord message I got from the other team. So for this one, I was doing blockout animations for the player. So it was just so that we could then, once I got the actual animations done, we can just throw it straight into engine. But damn, I think I've bit off a little bit more than I can chew, but yeah, I'll try and figure out. I'll try and figure out how to work my way through this conundrum I've put myself in of having too much work to do. have like smaller bricks around here. That sort of thing. I don't really care too much how this looks. I just sort of wanted to look like it makes structural sense, even though it does not have to. But I wanted to have at least the illusion that it's doing something. So if we extend that out a bit, and we can just pull that out to there, and then we can just remove these. And then once I push this back a bit, I can then decide how I want to shape these bricks. So if you can see sort of how I'm approaching designing the levels. For our game, we were taking a lot of inspiration from Star of Providence, which is like I think you pronounce it shmups, which are the space shoot 'em ups. But I don't know. It's not usually. It's not a genre I've really delved into before. I've usually stayed within the realm of just your typical like RPGs or like puzzle games and stuff like that. I haven't really. This is the first time I've done a game like this. So the process has been fun. Yeah, let's do that. But I want to keep this, and then we can have like this brick that curves up into this. So actually, I'm gonna copy that to the other side. Just by doing symmetry. There we go. And now we have like this curved brick design for the top. Doing that, I feel like I should do something like this, just so it feels less like it's just floating by itself. I think that slightly fixes it. I think this is just a bit odd anyway, but you know what? I'm gonna keep it. I'll do it that way. So I'd originally made these lines here, so I was gonna have like a wooden pillar come down, which I might still do. Like, so if I stay within the lines, oh no, not there. If we do, then I can. Oh, I'm screwing up the other side. Okay, we can do that, and then we can move this down. We just stretch that into there, and then we can do like some shit like that, just to like texture the side of the wood. And then we can have like some bricks here. Yeah, hello. Yeah, so when I was, before the jam started, I was looking around for other jammers who were participating in the 1-bit jam. And I actually found a few, which was a bit surprising, because you usually find people will, like, stream or like cover the bigger jams, so like Brackies or GMTK, but you don't really usually see people covering the smaller jams. So I think there's I saw a few games released for this one as well. But yeah, I've been checking out other streams and stuff like that. I mean, that's sort of what made me want to stream this, and stream my process, was just purely because I'd seen other people who were participating in this jam stream, and I was like, why not share my own process? This is my first time streaming in probably like I'd like to say like 3 or 4 years. So my confidence for it is not great, but I'll never be able to do it if I don't try. So what's the harm in doing so? But yeah, I'm currently just making background art for my game, and that's pretty much what I've been doing for the entire stream. I was also working on, this is going to be a separate level. It's going to be like, there's going to be like holes in the border for where the player can travel through. But I haven't sorted that yet. I need to make the different combinations, and then when the character beats a certain an entire floor, I wanna have them smash through the top of the border, and then you'll come up through the bottom of the next floor. That's something I'm wanting to do if I have time for it. But I think I should be able to cram it in, hopefully. Also decided to make this jam more challenging for myself by joining 2 teams, or joining as an artist for 2 teams, which is interesting, definitely an interesting thing to do. If you want to be stressed, then I recommend it, but if you don't, then I mean, it's a way to improve your skills. It's well, improve maybe, also burnout, but at the moment I'm just riding out doing game jams, and I haven't been hit with burnout yet, because they I don't know, jams are quite engaging. If I'd just been trying to make my own project and I was solo making it, I probably would have stopped by now, is the short and simple answer. But I haven't really been doing jams for that long. I did my first one 3 years ago, and then I didn't do it for 2 years. And then recently I've just been doing them row after row, or back to back. Not row. It is 3 o'clock at the moment. I might make a coffee soon. Just as a recharge. Actually, I'm gonna go and do that. I'm actually having a stroke. But I shall see you guys in a minute. Back with my coffee. Should be recharged when it cools down enough for me to be able to drink it. So yeah, at the moment I'm just doing these sprites. I don't know when I'm doing these sprites, so this is for the other game I'm working on. At the moment, I've just done animation blockouts, and I still need to actually animate the character. But I've got these over to the developers, so they can just put it into the game, and we'll at least be able to have something to implement into the game. And then this is like mockup plus like the size references for different objects compared to the character. This game's similar to... Oh, I can't... It's... You're in a dome, and you have a turret and you're killing monsters, or aliens or something. It has dome in the name. But this game, I think, is inspired off that. But I don't remember the name. For my next stream, I actually hope to be more prepared than I am this time. This time it was kind of a... I decided to stream on a whim. I did not prepare in the slightest. My preparation was just coffee and nothing else. Like, I haven't set up any alerts or anything like that. I was gonna do like a PNG tuber. I'll try and design one. I was just like, nah, let's just get streaming. We don't need that crap. We don't need that. That's tat that gets in the way. So we're streamlined. That's what I call lack of effort, streamlining. Thank you. Are you participating in the jam yourself? Or... like... Well, are you just in the Discord server? Yeah, another reason I like jams is also you get to collaborate, and the people are friendly that participate in them, so you get a lot of feedback. Have you posted anything? Because I'll give it I'll check it out, and I'll give tips if if I'm able to give tips. I don't. I don't know. That's an interesting idea. So like sort of like a precision platformer sort of thing, more that direction than like anything else. Like a precision platformer rage game. I don't really know. See if I've got any. Is there any assets I could? Ooh, could I put? I could put this or this. I could put this in the corner if I flipped it upwards. I did not copy that. So go down here. up. And then I think I'm gonna keep this shape the same. So like I just like it. Yeah. I like game jams are good for experimenting, so literally try anything, and if it's fun to play, then like keep it. That's usually the mentality I use for game jams. It's like, is it like intuitive? If it leans towards the less intuitive side, then I'd say you can still do it, but the less intuitive it is, the more people will like call you out on that. This is just from stuff that I've got from doing game jams myself. I don't know. The more stressful you make it, the harder it gets. I gave myself sleep paralysis after the GMTK game jam, because we crammed so much shit within those like 4 days. I just barely got any sleep, and it was like quite stressful trying to get the game in on time. So it like was not working. We only got a build that even worked. We got it 20 minutes before submission. That was poor decision making. Yeah, just keeping it realistic, but like, so it has like, I mean, you say no RPG elements, but like, it's still gonna follow like the RPG fantasy tropes, I'm guessing, just like not as complicated, so you don't have to worry about having to do like complicated inventory systems or fighting systems. It's just basic combat and like environmental dangers, I'm guessing. I'd say that's a pretty good start, from my experience. But good luck on your game jam. I hope it goes well.
Voxy Mobile's unlimited social media. I'm well into these backcracking videos.
Really?
That's a good one. Can I do yours?
No chance.
The fun never ends with unlimited social media on Voxy Mobile. Selected social apps in UK. TNCs apply.
Yeah, my main goal with what I'm doing now is just to have like big, like readable objects. Like, I don't really want it to get too complicated because I don't want the player to be like not knowing where to look. And I want, well, for this one, I'm thinking I'm just gonna dull it out with putting an entire diver on it. So I might actually test that out soon, just so I know what it looks like and if I want to do that. So at the moment, that's just an idea for something I could do. But like, I am gonna have like both white and black outlines on enemies and the player, so that you'll always be able to distinguish like visually significant things from the background and whatnot, and you'll always be able to like spot what the developer and me are trying to show that's important and not. But it's just a balancing act of trying to get like the environment looking nice and then have it still be readable on top of that. And it does make it more difficult, even for someone who's slightly more experienced at art, in art, when it's one bit. I did quite a lot of studying before this. I was like looking through, well, one other game jams that had been made, or like game jam 1-bit stuff, and then other 1-bit games, and then like retro games, just to like get some inspiration. I might try, yeah, that. So if I select the red, then I can color range that. Actually, that's not doing that, because I need to do it here. So then if I go to layer 3 and delete, so with it being divided, that's what it looks like. What's your thoughts on that? I guess I can pull the, so the player will look something like one of these. I just need to make sure that, like, I haven't got the background. Yeah, the background's a bit odd on this one. Just do that, and then I think that's mostly fixed. So this is sort of my idea for how I want to do the backgrounds, because then it makes them like, it just pushes them more into the background as opposed to it being in the foreground, which is where I want the player and the enemies to be. I think this is probably, yeah, the background's gonna be divided. Yeah, I think this is probably what I'm gonna go for, because when I was doing the other design, I tried incorporating like different into the pillars to show more dimension, and it just didn't really look right. It sort of just looked odd because you had all these like really hard and harsh edges, and then you just had different here when I haven't really divvied anywhere else. Whereas if I've got the entire thing divvied, then it just pushes it back instead of like fucking around with the style I've set up, and it's still all consistent. I just need to sort out this shit. Kind of. I can just flip it. Never mind. The wrong layer. might chuck some like background archers into here, so it's I'll set like a line here, and I'll do it this way just so it's neat. Don't quite know what's gone on over here. Yeah, we'll just delete it and then copy it over. But I could do something like this. Like delete it like that. I think something like that works, and then I can do the same thing that I did to the other one. I want to do it to the red one. Select color range. Yeah, and I think that works. Just that ship design into that layer, just so I can hide it, and then I can chuck this ship design into the center, so I can sort of see what it would look like. And then I have a plan for having one of the enemies like emerge from this middle bit, or like rise up from here. But I've got a few ideas for like enemies and like bosses. One of them's like an occultist, well, similar to the occultists in Terraria, or like just basically something that will spawn like stationary things that will like shoot out patterns of bullets, which the player has to dodge, and then they'll be able to like say you've got your enemy here in the center, and then they'll create like orbs, and these orbs will shoot like projectiles in each of these directions, and then in these directions, the player can destroy these. I don't know what else I could compare it to. That's just one of my ideas for one of the enemies. Also, like the like all-seeing eye, or like the eye of the beholder sort of thing. Or like gazers from D&D. I don't know. I might take a lot of inspiration, or some inspiration from D&D monsters as well, and then see what works within, like how I've set up the levels and what makes sense that could like work within the levels. Another one that would be cool could be a spider. Like, say if you had like a spider that enemy that could walk around the pillars. It'd be a fucking nightmare to animate, but it'd be cool. It'd be very cool, but it would suck so much to animate. I'd probably just have to like fuck a fancy background, just have it bricks. We're just having a spider walk on bricks and there's cobwebs. That's it. Nothing more complicated than that. So for this project, I'm the sole artist. We've got a programmer and 2 musicians. For this one, for this project, I haven't really been that involved for the development. Like, I only really joined this one today, but I'd spoke to one of the developers like previously before the jam started about doing art for them anyway, and I was just like, oh well, if you need an artist, let me know. But for that team, I think there's 2 artists, me and someone else. We've got a designer, and then we've got a programmer. I think we've got 2 designers and a composer for this one. I mean, I could do that. That could be like very cool. And I'll be doing debris animation anyway, because like, say when you kill a boss, I'm wanting to have your spaceship go upwards and break through the roof to then get to the next floor, and that's how the floor progression transitions works. Because I think that it's kind of goofy. Also, if you haven't noticed, it is knights. You are playing as a knight flying a fucking spaceship. It is so silly, but there's more to it, but I don't want to spoil that. But we've got some plans for, like, the reason why you're a knight, or maybe a different class. But you'll have to wait and see till you play it to see what that does. I feel like I just had a stroke there. So, I'm gonna turn this green to show that that's complete. So this is I just need to do some organizing because at the moment it's not very organized, and this is just and then we can have that colored green as well. And yeah, we'll just have them next to each other. I think these backgrounds are good, but so my focus now is to make more. Thankfully, I made some templates for stones and stuff like that. So I might just do like a brick wall, or like a fairly simple one. I might have some wooden beams or something like that. But I don't know, it's for this one it's just gonna be a fairly plain one, and I think I can just, there's no need to copy it from the other one. with a lot of the level design, I'm just hoping to reuse a lot of the assets so I don't have to put that much effort into it, because it's not really going to be a focus point. But I want them to look nice, I want them to look aesthetically pleasing. So I'm still going to put some level of effort into them, into even the backgrounds. But I want to do it in a way where it's minimal effort. So like for this level, I mean, I could literally, if I just put something, say even like this, I can just put like this in the corner. Though at the moment this is feeling a little disconnected. I think it's just because of this large space. But I mean, it's just a bit odd. But I mean, once I get enemies in, it should, for just a basic background, that shouldn't matter. I don't really know yet. I kind of need to ask the developer. I was just gonna get like just enough to where we could like rotate through them, and then have like focused backgrounds which are for like bosses and stuff like that. I think it's between like 3 and 5 floors, and I think there will be like a few rooms per floor. I think that's how we're doing it, but I'm not 100% sure. So I don't think it really matters about all of the screens being detailed. Like, I could just have this as like basic background 1, and then I can just chuck this on the differing. And we can just have that as a background. It's like, I'm guessing when we actually put this into the game, like, these more elaborate backgrounds will be like points of interest, whereas most of the backgrounds, or most of the ones where it's like insignificant rooms, I might just do like this. Maybe slightly more detailed, or like ever so slightly different. I don't know yet. This one, I'm thinking, so we can have it like more centered, and we can have it like this. We'll have something in the corner, and then something here, because I want to have like wooden posts. Like this one's gonna be fairly basic, even though it looks complicated at the moment. But if we just like slap like big brick textures onto this, like even something as simple as this. Of course, when I've like cleaned it up a little. And then we can just have like smaller bricks coming out here. Like something like that. And then we could have like these two are two bigger bricks. This one with like the corner missing, and then this corner is its own brick. It's like towards the middle, we don't want it to be as visually noisy, so if we make it bigger blocks, then it's a place where it allows the player's eyes to rest. So we're not going to have like really detailed bricks throughout the entire texture, or throughout the entire background. No, I don't primarily do one bit. I mean, I have done one bit art before. Like, this is some of the stuff from my own project, so I have messed about with it before. But no, I'm mainly a traditional artist. I'm a traditional artist with a lot of hours in in a sprite. I can get where is it? This is an animation I did for one of my other game jams. I think this was the Godot Wild game jam. I did this animation for it. So I do a bit of everything. I don't usually work in one bit. But I do like my simplified blocky stuff. But thank you. It means a lot. I don't really like. This is the first time I've kind of recently put my art out there. Like on my channel I used to do like art time lapses, but then I whenever I'd record them, a lot of the time I just end up getting distracted and just end up watching videos. So like editing them is fun. And it just ends up being a lot of like sporadic like movement around the canvas, but that's also just because I didn't have my my OBS set up properly. I was used to when you used to just be able to like to capture any window, you'd have to do it on game capture, whereas they have a specific setting for it now. But because I hadn't played around with it in ages, I just didn't know it existed. I was wondering where my music went. The playlist ended. Still need to clean it up here. Might try and fit this into this bigger block with smaller bricks. I also need to. Oh, I don't need to, but for consistency's sake, I want to keep most of the lines with just a 1 pixel weight. Oh my god, I nearly sneezed. Actually, we'll push the smaller bricks up into this to transition to these bigger blocks, and then we can just remove this, and it shouldn't look too bad. Nah, that works. Oh, thank you. I did not see the bless you. I haven't got like a chat set up so I can see it. It's literally just a case of I flip between Sprite and OBS. To read chat. But when I next stream, I'm probably gonna like actually set it up so when it looks nice, I might do like a PNG for myself. But I was like, I'm not. If I was gonna do that tonight, I wouldn't have ended up streaming tonight. And I was like, kind of want to do that. So I sacrificed the stream having any production value. I don't know what to put here. And this looks, for some reason, a little bit odd. I could do some stuff like this. Just like put indents into it. Nice, nice. Glad to hear it. Are you making it with a team, or are you solo deving? Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, people don't usually get annoyed unless, so if, like, say, if you say, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna be unreliable, but I can get, like, say, like this, or this done. Usually people don't mind, but it's when people are like, yeah, I can do something, and then disappear. That's the only time people really get annoyed for teammates being unreliable, is when they like say one thing and then like disappear. Like, yeah, most of the time, most people that do game jams are like so chill, which is it's a fairly nice way to like meet new people within the industry and like just improving your skills for like just doing general game dev stuff. But yeah, generally people are pretty nice about like being in teams, and like, I don't know, people are just nice to work with usually, but it can be a bit of a gamble. But I'm also saying that because I just can't program. I'm so shit at it. So if I did a jam by myself, there wouldn't be a game. There'd just be art probably. I mean, if you know my Discord, literally hit me up whenever. If you have like, if you want to carry on your project, most of the time I'm free. So like hit me up if you need art doing. Because I want to work with more people and I want to just improve my art more, and I can do that by doing more art and more things and just doing a variety of different styles and like working with different projects and whatever. So yeah. At the moment, I'm just gonna just send in all these into the Discord so that my teammates actually know what's going on. I might end stream for tonight now, since it's nearly 5 o'clock in the morning. But I've had fun. I've made art. Thank you for watching through my art and my tragic commentary. Anyway, good night, all.